Hey guys, welcome to VGFacts 5 Trivia, a show where we tell you all about pieces of trivia surrounding different subjects. Today we're taking a look at rumours that make an impact on a game's developer. This is a bit of a complicated one, but what it means is a rumour that circulated on the internet which was later picked up by a game's developer and then added in some form or another to a game or series. A lot of rumours are made about games, particularly unlockable secrets. Most were never actually included in any of the games and were randomly made up online, for whatever reason. Maybe to trick people as a form of practical joke, possibly to annoy both the gaming community and the game's developers, who knows. One thing is for certain though, they can go on to generate some discussion. Whilst most of these gaming myths have since been debunked and are only ever joked about now, some rumours have actually had an impact resulting in some sort of inclusion in later games. Please note that this will only include rumours that weren't true when they were first talked about, but they were acknowledged and referenced in later games. So trying to use strength on the truck to find Mew hidden underneath doesn't count, because it simply is not true. So in no particular order, here are 5 rumours that went on to make an impact. In the original arcade version of Street Fighter 2, a victory quote from Ryu would show him telling his opponent that they must defeat Sheng Long to stand a chance. Sheng Long was a mistranslation by the game's localization team of the word Dragon Punch, also known as Ryu's iconic move, Shoryuken! The magazine Electronic Gaming Monthly used this mistake to their advantage by turning it into an April Fool's joke. They claimed that Sheng Long was a hidden foe who could only be encountered by following certain steps. Obviously, this wasn't actually true, but a lot of people fell for it. Since then, the myth has been joked about by Capcom a couple of times and has made its way into other Street Fighter games and media. It would even go on to serve as an inspiration for the characters Akuma and Goken. The story goes, according to the internet, that an NPC in the sandbox building game Minecraft would appear randomly and stalk players. He resembles the default player skin Steve, apart from having completely pure white eyes. Some say he's supposedly the dead brother of the game's creator Notch, and that he haunts the game. Whilst the story itself has brought some chills to the game's fanbase, it's safe to say it's entirely made up by the gaming community. Notch has even stated, "I've publicly told people there's never been any such thing as Herobrine, and that I don't have any dead brothers." Though made up, it caught the attention of the development team at Mojang. A number of the staff have continually denied his existence in the game, and on some occasions reference him through humour. Whilst not initially in the game, he has since appeared in official promotional images, and is often jokingly listed as being removed in the game's changelog. The secret cow level is a rumoured level featuring cows, as the name suggests, hidden somewhere in the first Diablo game. Blizzard, the game's developer, was quick to dismiss these tales. But when development of Diablo 2 began, it appears that they were eager to appeal to the fans of this rumour by actually including this secret level within the game, although accessing it is very convoluted. During the events of the first act, the player must return to the town of Tristram from the first Diablo, which has since been taken over by monsters. Here, it's possible to find the dead body of Wirt, the peg-legged boy from Diablo 1. When his body is examined, he will drop a large stash of gold, as well as his own peg leg. After completing Diablo 2, the player can then create a portal in the rogue encampment by combining both Wirt's leg and a tome of town portal in the Heradric cube. Stepping into the portal will send the player to the Moo Moo farm, where they will encounter hordes of halberd-wielding cows called the Hell Bovine. The existence of these cows has actually made its way into the series' official lore, which states that they were given sentience by Diablo and driven mad by the incessant prodding they suffered at the hands of the heroes that swarmed Tristram during the events of the first game. These hell-spawned bovines seek to destroy those who had abused them when they were docile and defenceless. Armed with the vicious halberds, they lie in wait just on the other side of a secret portal that is opened with the help of their first victim. This victim being Wirt, who was the first to be killed by the beasts after they gained their new powers. The level was even referenced in other games and media too, including the popular Matthew Riley novel The Six Sacred Stones. We could go on and list a bunch of other references, but perhaps we'll do that another time. In the original arcade release of Mortal Kombat, if a player had the chance to see the game's audit menu, a menu used to monitor and control certain settings in arcade games, they would see a list of various statistics. One of these stats is called Ermac and is found just below Reptile Battles. This led many to believe that Ermac was another secret character just like Reptile. Whilst Ermac simply stood for Error Macros, a term used for something which would help stop the game from crashing, this didn't keep fans from thinking that, like Reptile, this was another unlockable character. What further pushed the possibility of this actually being the case was a letter sent by a fan to Electronic Gaming Monthly. He claimed that he had found a way to unlock Ermac, even going so far as to supply images. These showed Ermac to be a red ninja, similar in appearance to Scorpion, Sub-Zero and Reptile. Eventually the developers had their own fun with the rumours. They included cryptic messages in later games until eventually making Ermac an official part of the series roster. The man-like beast Bigfoot may have been the talk of legends in the real world for decades, but he was also a long-running myth in the gaming world. On the wall of CJ's home at the beginning of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is a framed photo of what appears to be a shadowy figure in a forest. Fans quickly assumed that there was a possibility of a Bigfoot character being hidden somewhere within the game, presumably in the surrounding woodlands. Although, just like in real life, the search for the elusive Bigfoot has resulted in nothing being found. Since the search began, the game's developer, Rockstar Games, never dismissed this myth, and they would even reference it in several ways. They went on to include multiple Sasquatches in Red Dead Redemption's DLC release Undead Nightmare, along with the achievement for killing them called 6 Years in the Making. This is a reference to the time between San Andreas and Undead Nightmare's release dates. Later on, Bigfoot would finally make his debut within Grand Theft Auto as part of a side mission in Grand Theft Auto 5 in which the player encounters a rather deranged man dressed up as the mythical beast. That's all we have time for today, but why not subscribe to our channel or follow us on Facebook and Twitter? Have an idea for a list? Leave it in the comments below and we may just pick up on it. And hey, why not check out some of our other videos?